myth. You need 3 months salary to buy your engagement ring. Here's why I'm going to tell you that's wrong. My name is Cory and I'm a diamond expert and owner here at Casale Concierge. And I'm going to tell you that you do not need 3 months salary, but what you need is to know what your loved one wants, right? There's no settling here when looking for engagement rings because it's not based on what you spend, right? It's not based on an investment in your ring. No, it's based on you investing in designing your ring the way you want and at the budget you want, right? That's fair, right? You shouldn't have to think like someone's going to tell you how much money you need to spend and how much money you need to save, because now with the way things are in this world, right, if you do have a budget, you have an option, right? Because lab-grown diamonds are making diamond engagement rings reasonable again, right? So you can spend $3,000 to $5,000 versus $30,000 to $50,000 from a lab to a natural, or you could just basically sit down with me and say, look, this is the ring she wants. This is what I want to spend. How do we get there? And I get you there. You get a custom ring, you get a beautiful diamond, and everything is perfect. You have sketches, you have design files, you have renderings, and so much more. And I invest in you so you get the ring exactly how you want. With that being said, why did not go to a regular jewelry store? And what's the difference between me and them? The difference between me and them is that they want 3 months salary from you, right? For me, the difference between me is that I'm not going to sell you what they're trying to sell you in their jewelry case so that you can settle what's there. I'm going to go the extra mile and give you more, right? What more do you get? You get the ability to work directly with a designer. If you go into another jewelry store and you say you want a ring designed, right, they may charge you a fee. I've heard jewelers charging $1,500 design fees. I don't charge that. I've heard jewelers say, I'm sorry, we can't design you that ring, but you know, this one's close. Why don't you go with this one that's been sitting in our case for 3 years? I don't do that. Why don't I do that? Because this is one moment and one special moment where you're professing your love for someone, right? You're gonna sit there and open a box with a used engagement ring or something you bought on the internet and expect some type of good response when it doesn't even look like what she wanted, right? We're taking the jewelry industry by storm because we're designing rings rather than selling rings, right? I don't sell you something. No, I designed something for you, right? It's like buying a house, right? Like if you want to buy and build your own custom house, right? Are you just going to say, fine, we'll take what you have if you're looking to buy and build? No, you buy, you sit down with an architect, you design, you sketch, and you approve, right? It's the same process here. But the big difference with me is that I'm making the custom design process reasonable. Yes, reasonable, right? People can now afford to go custom because of what I built, right? There was no capacity for people to do this and actually be able to afford a custom ring, which is the big myth, right? Can I afford to buy a custom ring? Yes, you can, because Lab Diamonds has made it reasonable. The way that I do things made it reasonable to be able to afford and design your ring rather than me trying to have all of this excess stock that I spent millions of dollars on when I have these really cool kits that you can magnetically create the ring you want, that you can show me a picture from Pinterest or Instagram and say, this is what she wants. You can come together. You can share time together. You can design your ring together, and the surprise now is the proposal. So couples are coming together, sharing this 1 hour appointment with me, your designer, and being able to create the ring how you want, exactly the way you want, and at the budget you want. So budget-friendly custom engagement rings here at Casale is the way to go. Why? Because it looks exactly what you want, and you have one chance to make this right, and we're going to do it for you.